All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Just finishing up some things. Don't own any rights to the music. I don't know who got copyrights these days. And good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Conversation with your girl, Carol. How are you? How are you, and you? Yes. Good morning. Good morning. I'm just letting you in into a little bit of my meditation this morning. Yep. That's where I'm at today. And I'm still trying to get loaded here on Facebook, on this platform here. Alexa, turn music off. So, good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone? Welcome to Coffee and Conversation with Carol, where I try to meet with you every day, and we have 30 minutes of engagement time. Yes, we're talking about things, topics. We're talking about just pretty much you think it, I thought it, you say it, I say it, whichever way it goes. Yes, 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 yes. So good morning, good morning, good morning. I had a pretty busy going into the weekend. So I was kind of like in my sleep zone this weekend because I kind of worked. And when I work, I kind of do what we call 16s. I do 16s straight through, sometimes 3 days, 4 days. It just depends. Good morning, sis. And so this weekend I did, well, not this weekend, but going into the weekend, I did straight 16s, I think 3 days or maybe 4 days in a row. So Saturday is a blur. I probably was asleep the whole time. Yep, your girl need her hair done. That's coming up. Don't worry about it. Got some things coming up, so definitely gonna be having my hair done. Or retwisted, should I say, because I'm loving my locks. Let me tell you, it's easy on the day. You get up, you go. You have to maintain them though, but you don't have to get them retwisted all the time because that can thin the hair. So I don't get them retwisted often. My hair is kind of stubborn. She does what she wants to do. Good morning, hubby. And so my edges won't lock. I don't know if it's my texture of my hair or what's going on, but she just won't do it. So I find myself having to figure out ways to make that work. But other than that, I've had a good weekend. Yeah, I had a good weekend. Packers won, so that's a good thing, right? Go Pack, go. All right. I don't know about anybody else's NFL teams, but mine is Packers. So I don't know what y'all doing, but hey, it is what it is. All right. So I told you all going forth, I'm going to try to come up with good morning, good morning. Yes, good morning. Yes, sis, go Pack, go. I'm going to be coming up with different topics that we can dive into. Oh, your weekend was wonderful, Pooh. Good. Different topics we can dive into for the week, and we're going to dive into them for the whole week. So like a series, right? So we kicked it off with inhaling the future and exhaling the past. Last week, we talked about hope versus optimism. And what are they, and what are some things that we can know what the difference is and where we are, right? So this week, I want to quick kick off with this question. Are you clear? Are you clear? So this is personal. Are you clear? Am I clear on how you want to live and who you want to become? And now here's the thing about this question. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how young you are. And talking, because you have some young adults that get on, you have some older people that get on, and people might say, well, I'm 50 or I'm 55, I should be but this is the thing. There's always a growing process and there's always a learning process. So are you clear on how you want to live and who you want to become? And so I researched this in reading and studying. And some of the things that you can do to figure this out. All right. One of the things you can do is focus on deep self-reflection. said no. So when you think about deep self-reflection, let me be clear. Because here's the thing about, am I clear on how I want to live and who I want to become? I don't know. I don't know. I have an idea. I have an idea. But I think what happens is with the ideas that come in, I'm going to talk about me for a moment. When life or situations happen, then some of those ideas that I was thinking of where I was going and want to become and how I want to live kind of gets put to the side. I don't know if that's for anybody else, but for me, for sure. Because now I'm trying to find out, I thought I was on the right path. So why would that situation even happen? Or why would I be put in that? You see what I'm saying? So when you think about deep self-reflection, that's where I am. Because now I'm trying to figure out, why am I in this situation? Or why would this even happen if I was, really trying to see clearly on where I wanted to be in life? Okay. Another thing you can do is identify your values. Everybody has values or morals or truths, beliefs that they live by. You have to identify yours. This is personal. You have to identify yours. This is a transparent, free judgment zone, but you have to identify where you are. I've heard before, you gotta stand for something. You gotta stand for something. Okay. Another thing you can do is visualize your ideal self. Visualize yourself being in that spot that you're looking to be clear on where you want to be, and who you want to become. So visualize yourself that. And then again, we're back with setting specific goals. We're back with setting specific goals, right? So I was talking this weekend, and I even found out, like, when you think about, are you clear on how you want to live and who you want to become? What is validation for you? What is validating for you? I had a talk this weekend, and during that conversation, what came up was about how so many people are allowing social media to validate their relationships. It doesn't matter whether it's a sister, brother, child, mother, father, friend. It seems as if social media is starting to validate whether this relationship is real or not. And I think when you think about how clear you want to live and who you want to become, I just don't think social media is one of those things that will be on my list to say, well, if I can cross off this box here, then I'm in there. Not for me. Not for me. The reason my answer is no is because things change, and maybe I want to live in another country only for a year or for the rest of my life. Thoughts change. Looking down specifics, I get it. Or locking down specifics, I get it. So when you think about, okay, your answer is no, because things change. And that is true, because things do change. And that's why I said, I guess I was in a state of I don't know. Because again, like I said, things happen. And when they do, I am the type of person that goes into that bag of, wow, I thought I had it. I thought I was on the right. When you do things and you're doing them because you think they're the right thing to do, and situations happen where the person treats it as if it was the most heinous. I mean, that's the only word I could think of. Heinous, like the most heinous crime words committed. You kind of question the authenticness of what you was really doing. I mean, I guess I would. I did. I mean, I was in several situations where I've questioned, was I for real? Like, I have to speak about me because I don't know about other people, so I have to speak about me. For me, in that situation, and I'm agreeing with you, Cachette, that things change. And so to be clear on where I want to live and who you want to become becomes questionable depending on the circumstances or the situations. And when you think about where you want to live, or on how you want to live. So are you clear on how you want to live? On how you want to live. And so when it says how you want to live, I think about, are you thinking about living foul? Are you thinking about living truthful? Are you thinking about living loose and free? Or are you thinking about settling down? So how you want to live, or where you want to live. But things do change. And so when things do change, it does put a question mark on these two big questions. Are you clear on how you want to live and who you want to become? And so when you think about focusing on deep self-reflections, I guess you would think about where you were and where you are today as well. Where you were 3 years ago. How were you living 3 years ago versus today? How were you living even a month ago versus today? So and is your life better off now than it was? Or are there some things that you would consider re-entering, and some things you feel like you left it alone, and so that's where it's at, and who you want to become. I know last week I gave you guys an affirmation, be better and not bitter. Be better and not bitter. And that comes to mind when I talk about who I want to become, because I want to be better and not bitter. Circumstances and situations leave some people bitter. They leave them distraught. They leave them unforgiven. They leave them depressed. Situations leave people in that state. And I guess it would be for that person to want to be clear on how they want to live and who they want to become, whether they want to stay in that state of bitterness, unforgiveness, and in that state, in that space. I want to live as mentally free as possible, but of course, adjustments need to happen. But I prefer mentally cheerful. Yeah, I want to remain in a more authentic, genuine state. And the reason I say that is because I believe I'm already there. I just believe that some take where I am and say, nope, that's not really you. But I believe that those are the people who don't know me, first off. But I want to be in a more authentic way, to be more caring, and to be more sharing, and to understand everybody's not gonna, I'm still on that road, knowing that everybody's not gonna do it Carol's way, and to just that it'll be okay. That some things that have been let go is okay. It is okay. And that if things do come back, they come back. And if they don't, they don't. And it's okay. Like it is like gonna be all right. And so I'm there learning to accept the change, and learning to accept that if it doesn't go back, it's okay. It's okay. I really do want my mind to start to accept that some things may not never be the same, and it's okay. And it's okay. When I think about how I want to live and who I want to become, I want to become I want to remain, because I am there already, but I want to become a person that that good things are said, and that people can look at me and learn from my experiences as well. I want to become true to whose I am, and true to who I am. And so in becoming And walking into that is where I am at. And so in order for me to see that clearly, I have to do some deep self-reflection. I have to identify some values that are worthy of standing on, and understanding those values. I have to visualize my ideal self in that position. And then I have to set some specific goals to get to that position and to remain in that position. And so that is where I am at. So this week we are opening up and we are talking about, are you clear on how you want to live and who you want to become? And like I said, I had a conversation this weekend where some people are clear on becoming and being validated through social media. And that's just not reality. Okay. Social media is social media. And I believe that social media shouldn't validate who I am to you, to my family, to anyone, because that's what it is. It's social media. And everything that's on social media sometimes is not even real or true. It's what people want you to see. And unfortunately, if you want to live, or if that's how you're going to live, and that's who you want to become as a social mediaite, then I guess your relationships and your day-to-day operations are going to be validated through that. If that's how it's gonna be. Um, but for me, no. I'm clear on I want to be clear on how I want to live and who I want to become. And again, this topic this week is personal, something you can really dive into and really think about, something to really think about, because when you think about how you want to live and who you want to become, you start to reflect on how you've been living and who you are right now. And it's like, there's some things that I want to change. I'm pretty sure it is. Sister Pooh said she wants to live as mentally free as possible, but of course, adjustments need to happen. But she preferred mentally cheerful. Mentally cheerful. And I like that. I like that. I really do. So that is where we're going to be going this week. I'm not going to hold you guys too long. I got a couple appointments I have to get to. So I'm going to leave you guys with this affirmation. Today's affirmation is, there are no mistakes in life. There are no mistakes in life, only lessons. And that's true. That is really true. There are no mistakes in life, only lessons. All right. So don't think of things that's going on in your life as a mistake. Think of them as a lesson learned. It's a point of things I want to change. Brother T said it's a point of things I want to change. Main thing being a role model for my nephew he can look up to. Yeah. So when you start thinking about those little people that are looking at you, there's some things you just don't want to go back to. There's some things that you just don't want to do anymore, because you and as for me, you get grant people, you are reflection. And so when you are a reflection, you want to reflect good things. You want to reflect good things, right? So I want you guys to remember, there are no mistakes in life, only lessons. And when you think about that, you go, well, I have to learn a lesson, right? Yeah. So if we're learning our lessons, there are no mistakes, because normally when you learn a lesson, you don't repeat that same step, right? You don't repeat it. Okay. I want you guys to live, love, never ever stop laughing, always find room to forgive. All right. Always find room to forgive, because none of us is perfect. We all need grace, right? We all need grace. So I want you all to have a great Monday. And just remember, the series this week is, are you clear on how you want to live and who you want to become? Let's start some of that focus and deep reflection and see where we'll go. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day.